Well, g'day tubes, how's you hanging? Pretty good here. We're gonna get this container open. Whoa. Okay, so thanks again for all your all your comments about these spark plug wires and stuff. I've never done them before, so I kind of figured you should bear a bit of the wire, but I figured I'd ask you that. Door? Really, door? I need door holders. So I figured I'd ask you guys what your thoughts were on that, and that's sort of what I figured too, was bear a bit of wire off and then fold it around a bit and then crimp that little thing on. Put your little boot on first though. Anyways, windy day out here. Looks like I'm going to be fighting doors and stuff all day, but anyways, I got my Mini X up here today. We're going to work on this 2N. We're going to run, I got two of the wires, spark plug wires, the new ones ran through. I want to show you what method I used to rewire it, we'll say, with spark plug wires. Worked pretty good for the first two. Hopefully the last two work just as well. So I got to drag her out though, so I got a bit better light because it's pretty dark in this container here. Until I get some lights or something ran in here. But what I got to do is hook on with the Mini X on the bucket and then just drag it out. You cannot push this tractor very easily. It is surprising. For really as little fluid that's in the tires, it's almost impossible to push this thing, but you'd almost think the brakes are on, but they're not. So anyways, got a couple things I got to move around here, and we will get the Mini X and drag this thing out. Oh, I love this machine. It works so good. Okay, let's warm up the plugs a little bit. Always needs a warm-up. Doesn't matter if it's 9,000 degrees outside, it always wants a warm-up. It's funny how the Kubota engines has sort of always been like that. Even if you let this thing sit for an hour, it still need a glow plug. Warm it up a bit. Even the little garden tractors and stuff, they used to do that. We had a, gosh, I can't remember what model it was, but we had a little, what did he have for it? It was a little snowblower, little loader on the front. It's a little small, about the size of my green John Deere tractor. And it was a good little tractor, but it would just not start until you warmed it up. But then even in the wintertime, I think it was getting tired, it wouldn't start up really at all. Alright, so hopefully this is not going to get away on me here. I'll have to go make sure it's in neutral, of course. And this worked good for pushing her in the other day. Hopefully it works good. I don't have to get it right out. If I just get the back tires kind of out on the gravel here, I think that'd be lots. Okay, let's see here. Feels like an end spot. Maybe try to get it going that way here a little bit. It'll probably go wherever it wants to anyways. So here we go. Get a bit more closer. Oh, other way. I'm going backwards right now. I'm just going to put the bucket cutting edge on the other side of that ball there and grab it. Alright, we'll just back her up here. Probably gonna get away on me here, I would imagine. Oh. Oh, well. Oh, ah. Imagine it punching a hole through the case there. Wouldn't that be awesome? I would not probably be too happy with myself if I did that. Okay. That worked awesome. Hopefully it goes in just as nice, but I might put a piece of wood down there for it to ride up on first. So, okay, I left the hood on. Of course. I've got plugs 3 and 4 yet to do, and they are, I believe, pretty much the same. Okay, so this was fun. Definitely different, and they definitely gave you lots extra, so that's good. But I marked them all, what plug they went to. 4, 3, and 4 is done. So they're running through, and I pulled them out pretty much where we want them, but so we got 3, or 2, sorry. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually the order, but it is a 1, 2, 4, 3 firing order, and I'll show you that on the distributor, but it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinder. So give this a snip here, and then the new one here, we'll tape it together, and then hopefully it doesn't rip off halfway through. So far so good, because that would suck. And then we'll drag it out. Let's go get you a tripod here. Just before we do that, yeah, you can see the 1, 2, 4, 3, the way it spins, right? So it'll fire 1, 2, and then it'll fire 4, and then it'll fire 3. But they're hooked up 1, 2, 3, 4 on the cylinders, on the plugs. So, you know, that's just the way she works. So, anyways, I've got a couple of wiring diagrams here. Rachel, I believe her name is, from Steiner Tractor, that does videos on tractors. She's amazing. I got a little video here. I'm going to show you of how she hooked up her 8N. Now it's an 8N, not a 2N. Pretty much the same thing with the front mount distributor. I'm going to show you how she hooked up her wiring compared to some of these diagrams I've got here. Should be, oh no, where's the other one? Oh man, is it under there? It is under there. Tricked ya. So we'll just look at this maybe before we go out here. There's, oh man, I don't know if there's an actual proper way to do it. Now this one is 4, 9N, 2N wiring diagram. This is a just 8Ns, 12 volt conversion, 4, 9, and 2N. And these are both one wire alternators. Alright. How they hook things up is different, and I don't know which one I like better, but I like her method and I might follow it, although I want to do the color coding from this one. So you can see any of the big battery stuff is red stuff, and I've got some big beefy red. This stuff here is pretty beefy too. It's the same caliber, gauge, whatever this stuff is I'm going to use for the charge wire. She shows an actual wiring harness kit that they use from Steiner on her tractor, and it was surprising how much smaller her wire is than this. Now I've got oh, I don't have any open here right now. Oh, there it is. This is 14 gauge wire here, and this is what they recommend to use for all the other wiring. Let's get our stripper guy here. Oh. Okay, so you can see the size of 14 gauge wire compared to this beefy stuff I'm going to use for the charge wire. I think that should be lots. Now there was mention also of the ammeters, hooking this up to 12 volt and not much more coming out of the alternator. It absolutely does not say anywhere that I've read anything on these. Oh, that's a distributor cap. Where'd my ammeter go? Oh, it must be in with the tractor. Is it? Uh-oh. No, it's right there. It doesn't say anywhere on here strictly 6 volt or strictly 12 volt. Ford tractors, 2N, 8N, blah, 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 says absolutely zero about what voltage or amperage, we're actually looking at an amperage I think here, that these things are supposed to take. I mean, it shows 30 on here, and it'll probably spike to 30 after it starts, but if your battery's good, it should come down quite a bit from that. So I'm going to run with this guy, even though it doesn't say anywhere on any of these. And her video, I'm going to show you in a second here, about changing the voltmeter. She used the same voltmeter as far as I can tell. Now they do sell a complete kit. Comes with an alternator, the bracketry stuff to mount it, the wiring harness. It doesn't come with a voltmeter though. So I guess you just either change or to use the same one. Okay, so I got her video ready to go here. Anyways, the way they've hooked these up are different. Let's start with this one here. This is so the yellow wire, the charge wire is coming right to the resistor block. Where's my resistor block gone now? Right here. Okay. So the yellow wire, the main charge right from the alternators come right to this stud here. That basically charges pretty much everything. So this is like the main hub, I guess. It doesn't hook to anything here. This is just everything hooks to it. This is your resistor part up here, right? And apparently you don't need, what she says too, you don't need to run another resistor in line with this this coil we've got here. You can just run the 12 volt right to the top and it resists it inside, but I'm probably still going to run it maybe through these anyways when I get that to that part. So anyways, yeah, so there goes there, and off of there we've got a switch, a lead going to the light switch, which goes to the lights obviously. And then what else we've got here? We've got a red, oh sorry, one going, another one going to the ignition switch and then to the other side. So ignition switch, all the power here, so yeah, ignition switch to the one side, and then the other part of the ignition switch to this side. And this one is only the coil wire, goes down to the coil. Alright. So, and then the ammeter, they run off of this one here, so it's off the switch, I guess. But then they just ground the other side of the ammeter to like the ground. Well, this one's different. This one they run the alternator charge wire right to the ammeter. So it's going right to the ammeter, and out the other side, and then to this main block. I kind of like this idea, but I don't know if I want this whole, I guess it doesn't matter either way, because you're either going to be mounted to here, holy jumping, or mounted to that one too. So I mean, it seems kind of corny, but anyways, I'll show you her video here too, and we'll have a look at that too. And I kind of like the way she's got hers done up, but I want to do the color coding. So here we go. Let's have a look at her.
My resistor. Your resistor is still important even though you still have a 12 volt system. So this red wire is on my resistor, and it comes at the other end of it is on my coil. And then
so that far one's on the coil.
The wire of my resistor is the second wire from the keyed ignition switch. You can see that traced around there. And then the first wire from the ignition switch comes up here to my ammeter.
So she's put her switch onto the ammeter too.
My ammeter is this
with the charge.
Yellow and black wire. The other end of this is on my alternator.
So she's basically doing, come on, stop. She's basically charging, oh, I wish her hand wasn't in the way there.
Goes down.
So she is charging right to the ammeter, like this one diagram. Was it not this one? So right from the alternator to the ammeter, but she's also put her key switch in here too, on the ammeter. So she's got her charge there and the one side of the key switch to the ammeter. I don't know if I like that. I guess it doesn't matter kind of either way, but she's also got hers upside down, which is making it more confusing, the resistor block, but she's not using the bottom one as the stud kind of thing to mount all the power to. She's using the ammeter, so she's not even using this bottom one here. She's just using the switch to the one side and then the coil wire to the other side of this. So
onto my starter by the solenoid to charge the battery. So that's hooked up there. Notice that my starter and my solenoid are still original. There's no need to change your starter or your solenoid. That can stay the same whether you're
8 ends are different with their solenoids. So there we go. But yeah, it's different again, right? So she's hooked, basically used the ammeter as her power, kind of hooking up everything there. Which, I mean, you could either use that or use this, I guess. It doesn't really matter either way. But we'll figure it out as we go. We're going to do spark plugs, I guess, today. So we'll get that all going. And this is all ready to rock. Darn it, I wanted to put some of that blue stuff on either side here. And I don't think I got enough in there. I think I got more at my other garage there. So I'll have to go get some. Just a little added sealing protection. So that is for that. All right, I think we're good to go. These things I'll probably just put in and then crimp down with a pair of pliers. Sometimes these special tools have a crimper, but I don't think these ones do, no. So we'll just have to be gentle with a pair of pliers. Alright, so let's get out there and get you a tripod, and we'll start running these other plug wires through. Sweet! Can't wait to hear it run again. Okay, these things are very dirty, I find. It's better up in here, maybe. But it was hard to get the stuff to stick down to it, so I put on a somewhat generous piece of duct tape to these things. And that was hard to get them off. Oh, this is something you don't do too often. Oh no, don't cut them. So these look like they are, I don't know what kind of core that is, like a carbon core or something. These new ones I'm putting on here are the copper core. So, here's hoping that this will stay as it gets tugged through. It feels pretty good there. Okay, so way down under here now is plug 3, and we'll just kind of help fish it through. And hopefully it finds its same path out the bottom. Woo! Out the bottom. Alright, that's good. Now we got to take this off again. I could just cut it, I guess, because I got lots, but I'd rather not cut it and, you know, cut it after and then be, oh crap, now it's too short. So, gotta fight this again. But you know what? It works. And I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so yes, this might have been a lot easier with the hood off. And could have, I guess, but looking at that radiator in there too, oh boy, it's not looking too nice. It doesn't leak though, which is a good thing. There is a bunch of junk inside there. Holy. Anyways, we might have to end up doing him too, and I don't know if I can get someone around here to re-core this for me, or if I'm gonna have to go to our best friends at Steiner Tractor again and order a new one of them, because oh boy, they're expensive. Let me tell you that one. They're very, very expensive. So anyways, it's all good. Let's get number 1 out here. Alright. Oh, I cut the wrong wire. No, I'm kidding, just teasing you. Okay, now where'd he go? There he is. Got a weird bend in him here though. Oh, that one's really dirty. Really, really, really dirty. That's not gonna be too good. I might just put a safety on them there. although it is the shortest one. It is the shortest one. But it is the tightest bend too. Uh-oh, I don't like that. Oh boy, that one just doesn't want to cooperate. I'm gonna have to try to thin him up a bit, I guess. Wow, it is tight through there. All right, let me work on this connection here. Okay, might have more success with this way. Let's try her here again. Where'd he go? Come on, baby. Try not to get in your way too, right? There we go. Oh yeah. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay. So I'm not gonna quite cut those yet, but we will need to get the distributor cap mounted on here first, which means I'll have to go down and get my purple sealant stuff. All right, so there's our goop. That's the good stuff right there. High flex gasket maker. And you can actually just use this stuff without a gasket if you wanted to, but it comes with a gasket. So I'm going to use it too. Just put a film of it around there, and then we'll stick this feller down here. Hopefully it fits. Looks like it's pretty close. And then I'll probably put another little layer on the top of this for the tractor side. And I'm not going to put you through watching me put this stupid thing on because it's going to suck. But I'll get her on, and then we'll get to the position where we're putting these guys on here, cutting and fitting. Should be awesome. Okay, I think this part would have been a lot easier with the hood off, but then you have the radiator in the way still anyways, but you know, at least you could get a little more movement here. So I guess we'll get number one going here. I don't know whether I'm going to video all these for you, because it's going to be quite a bit of messing around here. So where's number one? I got 1 and 2 over here, and then 3 and 4 already routed to the other side. So we need to get oh, wait a minute. Did I mess up? I might have messed up. Okay, now I got her sorted out. So there's 1 and 2. One I didn't, let's just double check. Pull that off again. Yeah, that's 1 there, okay. So 1 I didn't, hello ding ding. Ding ding. 1 I didn't mark, so. Now 1 goes on the top. I said we could just, let's get at her. Let's do this. But unfortunately that doesn't work like that, quite like that. So we'll put our little, oh boy, them things are tight. Might need some kind of better lubey sort of stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just push that guy up a bit. So we gotta imagine there's gonna be a belt right here. So this has to be fairly shortish right here. And it's gonna need some cutting and fitting, but I don't want to make them too short, if you know what I mean. Because I I mean, the best I could maybe do is, if I do happen to make them too short, maybe I'll just pull a little extra out of the top here and then it can loop around, but I don't know if that's such a good idea either. It's kind of nice to have them come out and just like that, right? But side mount distributors got to be the stupidest idea on the planet. Or sorry, the front mount. Side mounts are the better ones. But anyways, we can put that in about there. Well, there goes nothing. She's no good now. Trying to bear this off here, but it's kind of hard to cut this stuff when there's nothing to cut on. Don't cut the fingers. Okay, we bared a bit of wire. We'll just square up this cut a little bit. Pretty good. Bend that guy around. Shove this thing on. And where did I put my, oh there. Squishing pliers. That's got her pretty much bottomed out. And that should hopefully be sufficient for number one. Kinda wish I left it a little bit longer, but feels like she's in there anyway, so that's good. Well, let's do number two while we're here. Now the other side is gonna suck a whole lot more because there's a big radiator hose in the way over there. So that's the side that I'll probably be cursing and swearing in. Sometimes that happens. Right? Come on, you know you've all been there. It's getting breezy out here. It's almost not super pleasant for working. Holy jumping. There'll be no water penetration on these things. Probably could help if I just did this. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so this one. Ooh, this one needs to come down and. Oh, it's not much shorter, this one. Much shorter. Okay, I should be happy with that one. So we'll bear it off. Sweet. Pinch that stuff around. That's kind of the way I kind of had it sort of figured out in my head how to put these ends on. I've just never done them until now, right? So. But thank you again for your input on the plugs. That should be good. Okay. Ooh, popped up. Two locked in. Except I gotta push this guy down a little more. There. Oh, too much. So flush maybe. on now. You were doing good. Feels kind of weird, but oh, there we go. Okay, that felt better. There we go. 1 and 2 are secure. Well, I'm gonna work on 3 and 4, and then I'm gonna probably try to yank a new coil wire through. I'll make one up here and drag this old crappy one through the back here, hopefully with a new one attached to it, maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, that's all good. We got all the wires ran. 3 and 4 over there, and 1 and 2 all good there. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully that distributor is all right. So now we got to run that new coil wire. I'm gonna try to, oh boy, that's breaking and cracking even. Junior's out riding there somewhere. He's got a little track set up, ripping around, so we're gonna try to drag a new wire through there, and I want to use this color coating here. So you know, brown is like the coil. So there's our brown, and I'll just try to hook it on. Oh, look. Try to hook it on to that guy and drag him through. And then we'll cut it, put new ends on, and get that coil wire mounted down. Okay, brown wire for the coil. That's 14 gauge. I'm using all 14 gauge wire on this thing here. Should be hopefully all right. That wire was pretty rotten, that original one. Man, he's loud. Holy! So this duct tape is not, oops. Not super sticky stuff, so I'm gonna put on a little bit extra of this stuff because it'll probably rip through, and then I'll be screwed. So maybe we'll do a longer piece. It seemed to work kind of the best that way. If I can get her mounted onto here. Now this is going to be the fun part, because I almost need someone dragging it through the other side there, except Junior's riding his bike right now, so I don't want to really pester him too much. But want to help your old man, Dill? Oh, that might work. I don't get a tug here. Let's see if I can get it to pull through it all. Hold on, your old man doesn't know what he's doing. Hang on a sec. I gotta find this cable I need you to help me tug on here. Where the heck did I put it? I think it's that one there. Oh, I don't like the feel of that already. Ooh. I don't know if I like the feel of that. Okay, so there's a wire hanging over here. Where'd he go now? Was here. This one here. It's going into this tube here. Yeah. So we need to get it. Pull it a little bit there. Just pull it. Grab it like I did there, and grab it past that stupid connector that they put on there. We'll see if we can fish this guy through here or not. Is it pulling?
Kinda.
Oh boy, that's tight through there, isn't it? Well, how about you try to guide over here? We end up probably ripping this thing apart here and we'll be in big trouble.
Which one? The red
It's
one?
the one with the duct tape on it.
The one the newer one?
The brown one there, yeah.
Yeah.
See the brown spool down there?
Uh-huh.
That's that one there. Seems like there's extra junk in this thing. Coming in?
Yeah.
Holy cow, they've got this spliced again in here. Oh, it broke it.
Nice one.
I broke it, but hang on a second, not beat yet. Not quite beat yet. How's that looking over there?
Well, it's past the duct tape now.
Is it past the duct tape? Okay, that's good. It's that bend that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try to get on with the pliers here.
It's going.
Oh no, now we're screwed.
Did you really break it now?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Darn it. Well, doesn't that just suck? How the heck are we gonna do that now? They had another piece there, it looks like it was jammed. In there was another piece attached to it. Oh, that sucks. Probably should have done that before I did the other plugs, but I'm just gonna drag this one out of here, I think. Oh, you know what? We should have.
I could still see it there when you pulled it back through.
Still see what?
The wire. I can still see it when you pulled it back through.
No, it's inside that housing now.
Well, now that you pulled it through, yeah.
Yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed. So, I should have used this one, I guess, before I. Oh well.
Oh, is that one that you're pulling?
That's so bloody tight in there. I think they had this wire for their lights, which is way too heavy, but anyways, that's not so good. So, that is a long way to run that wire. We didn't really get that far at all. So there's the old crappy one, broke off. Darn it. Well, we were doing pretty good till that happened. Now I do have, that's the charge wire. I do have the other one that I ran just when I was testing there. I might just end up using it again. It's a black wire though, but it's not going to run through that loom thingy, that's for sure. We'll just probably zip tie it to this tube here, I guess, would be the best method, I think. That's about the best I can do now, because that other wire, man, it was messed up big time. So, unfortunately, we're not going to run a brown wire now, darn it. I kind of had a bit of a scare about that was going to break, and yeah, she did. But it's not a big deal. We got this one here, and I can just zip tie it to this thing here. That'll be all right. That'll work. So I got to get a tiny little something or other there. Oh boy, 3/8 maybe. All right. We'll just have to use this. Oh man, it's smaller than 3/8. What the heck size did they put on here? Ah. 5/16, believe it or not. Probably metric, but anyways, it sucks we can't run her in there. And I definitely don't want to be pulling out spark plug wires again. This guy will get zip tied to this guy here. That's about the best I can do for that right now. Oh, come on. Fingers don't want to work. Good there. keep her away from the fan. Ding. Should do her. All right. Think we're good. All right, well, we're gonna try to stuff this. This is a fairly beefy wire. Gonna try to stuff it down that tube. I don't know whether it's gonna go nicely or not. It's probably not gonna go nicely. So I don't really. I should have used that other one, but those wires, I don't know, they weren't not very good shape, so I ended up yanking them off. But anyways, let's see if we can stuff this down the tube from the top of the battery box maybe, and we'll get her cut to sort of length here and then see if we can shove her down through. Alright, so we got to run this up and then up. I don't know whether I'm going to go to the amp gauge yet or right to that, I don't know where I'll go with it. Probably should be into the amp gauge, I would think, but we have that other spot. We can use that spot, you know, on that resistor plate. So let's see here. Let's get this end off of here. I don't need a whole lot of this stuff, and darn it, I don't have my side cutters out here. Maybe my multi-tool cutters will cut that. So we're going to need a little bit. Well, let's start down here first. Go through that tube. I'll leave a little bit extra. I got lots of this stuff. Through that tube and then up into here maybe. Let's see if we can cut this. Oh yeah, not too bad. Alright, now I don't know if this is going to work. We'll probably hit something solid here. Jeez, you know what? That went right through. Looky there. That worked pretty good. Now, if I'd be smart, I would have ran another one too for the lights. But I think I'll just run it along that rail if I ever do put lights onto this thing. Okay, looks like we're looking at maybe the other wire here. That's the other charge wire. It looks like they just ran that right over the top on a little piece of fence wire stuff hooked to that. Make her work. And I guess it did, you know. We'll get that right out of there. That is just running through that. It's running right through this amp gauge here. It's one of those ones that just kind of reads it through that little coil thing, right? So we'll just take it right off. We're gonna take and darn it, to put my tools away again. Alright, where's the best way to get onto this thing? Oh, it's not even tight. It's a little tighter. So I'm probably going to quit for today, although I'm not going to quit the video for you guys. I'm going to get into myself, get into a day 2, I think, here with this. Because I'm losing my light a bit here, and it's getting kind of cold and crappy out here. Oop, dropped it. Oop, almost dropped you guys. That would have sucked. Okay, this thing should come off like so, buttons, and hopefully this guy will come right. No, sweet. Okay, let's get the new one in. All right, so the new one is going to fit. Oh no. Uh-oh. It is not quite right. Well, poop. Now, I got a really good tool, not up here though, the burr on it that I can get in there and with an air. I'll have to run my air here, which sucks, but I'm gonna have to make that a little bigger, I guess. Okay, so that's my weapon of choice. Got a nice little sweet burr tool there that'll just eat that off before you know you've got her too big. Hopefully I don't do that, but anyways, we'll get you up a little higher. Oh, maybe about there. And we'll get you zoomed into the spot. Now that switch is what they're using right now for an ignition switch. I have a key switch on order. Every single thing in town here now is closed because of this virus thing. So I can't actually get into any stores, any auto part stores or anything right now to get a new key switch. So I ordered one off Amazon, but they're saying like May 10th. It might be here sooner than that, who knows. Anyways, I'll have to get this compressor down a little bit before I plug it in and fire it up, because I don't think I got enough juice out here to start it when it's got a load already underneath it. As in, there's already air in the tank, so I'll have to drain her down. I'll probably have it out by then anyways. Probably all I really need is just to hog it out a bit. So we'll get that attached to the hose. There's a whole lot of air left in her, but ooh, safety glasses. Definite must with this thing because it will fling chips all over you. Now, this is going to be tricky to get in here. I'm losing parts. Oh my goodness. Basically got the paint cleaned off. Oh, we're close. A little bit more and she'll go through there, I think. I think that'll do her. Let's try her. I'm pretty happy with that, but I think I'm going to give it just a little bit more if I can get it back out now. Just a hair bit more. That's all I'm going to get. I'm out of air almost. I'm out of air. Is that enough? Perfect. I'm pretty happy with that. Sweet! Well, while we're in here, we need to hook on this thing here. And I think we got to put, let's see, what do we got here for hardwares? We got a flat washer. Well, we're going to have to wait, I think, until we're ready to hook the wires on here too. Now, unless I'm doing that wrong, maybe I hook the wires underneath it and then this thing on top. It's definitely a different way to do it, because now it's got to be shielded and insulated by those little rubber guys, right? I would think it would be better to yeah, we better wait on that until we get all our whatever else we're doing here. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Well, I guess what we'll do is, this is the positive side on my side, we'll say. We'll get this charge wire. I guess we'll go with the way she did it in her video. So that's got to go on there. A little bit too much there, although a little bit extra maybe wouldn't be a bad thing. That would have to go there's a hole in the side of the battery box here, and that thing should have gone through there. So I won't be able to get this end through here, so we'll have to pull this guy all out again. Hopefully I can get it through there again. I'm not sure exactly what gauge this wire is, but it's large. Okay, let me just go down and check this. Okay, that should work there. Once we get her all in position here. And that fella on is kind of big, that terminal though. Terminal, I might have to redo him. I've got, well, I guess that was sort of planned for the alternator end, but the way she fed through, I guess. That one would probably be better. Although I think I might have one smaller of one of these yellow ones because I need that for the size of the wire. Okay, yeah, so I got one smaller. That'll work good there, so we'll have to chop, unfortunately. I'll chop this guy off of here and redo him. Hate wasting ends like that. But I don't want to try to feed it from the other way up because that would suck. So we'll bear this off of here. And I've got those wire strippers. This wire is probably way too big for that stuff. There we go. Should be good, a little long. Love them crimpers. Okay, so that should go on there. Feed this through again. Kinda, sorta. Now we gotta get off one side of the switch. So that'll power the switch. Now I got it right now powered on the bottom thing here. I'm gonna take it off of there, I guess. Oh, not that size one. Can you guys see in there all right? Well, sorta, kinda. Okay. What? It's not even that size. What's going on here? How could it not be one of those two? Oh man. One size fits all. painful. There we go. I think. Okay. Now, it's the powered side of the switch, so that's got to go up onto this guy. But now we need to put on a nut and a couple of these little washers. Okay, so I think here. Some washer and then a nut. I'm gonna block you here for a second. I'm sorry. This is the positive side. And might as well wash her. Not this side too. Then we can snug these down. Gives a little more room to attach our wiring. Not much room. Not much room there at all, actually. But the gauge is right in. Can't really get any more than that. Okay. Well, that doesn't work. We might have to change something here. Might have to change something here. Well, let's see, what do we got here? See, because you're putting all these on here, we're not going to have room for a nut 2 there. I don't know if I like that or not. Or not. Can't go much tighter with this gauge back here because these things are holy cow, that's not gonna be enough room for a nut on there as is, let alone another washer. Definitely not. I don't think I'd thread a nut on that. No. So, okay, we're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so what I did was ground down these little points a little bit here, so hopefully that'll set that in a little bit more there. I guess that's a sort of an adjustable sort of thing. Not too bad. Yeah, it should be alright. So now we should have all kinds of clearance. Sweet. Okay, back to the nuts. You guys must think I'm nuts. Just gonna lay them all out here so I can conveniently drop them all on the ground and never find them again. Because that's probably what's gonna happen. Hopefully not though. Okay, so let's get her secured down first here. Yeah, that's giving us a little more room. A little more room. Now, what'd I do with my... There it is. Found them. So there's nothing. I couldn't find nothing on the amp gauges here, and changing from the 6 to 12 volt and having a problem. So seems to be about as tight as we can get her without bending her up too bad. Alright, now that we got room, that's got to go on there. That's got to go on there. Should be room, but it's going to be a little bit of a battle. I was going to change that wire too, but I didn't. Okay, jam nutted together. Sweet. That's a little better. Okay, just reviewing her video again. She's got an 8N she's working on, which has a starter solenoid on it. This doesn't. This side here you would have taken down to that starter solenoid apparently. I am going to actually go with my other plan here, so I got to change a few things here. We've got the charge wire fine, but the switch doesn't go onto this. We're going to have to use this plate on this resistor block thing. So remove. Remove. It would probably work the way she had it, but with hers it had a solenoid on it, and that's like an extra wire that I don't have here, so there's no point in me kind of really adding that, I don't think, with it. But so I'm going to do it this way, and then the other side here now goes, so this is basically going to show you what's coming out of the alternator, which is just perfectly good. Why can't I thread that on there now? Okay, that's more better. Changes, eh? Now, unfortunately, that's probably today as far as I'll be able to go, because I'm going to have to change this resistor plate way down here tomorrow maybe, and then because the other side go, well, let me grab that resistor plate and I'll show you. So in this resistor plate, yeah, the negative side of this guy here, it's not really negative, it's still positive, but it's coming through, will go on the bottom stud here. That's like your power thing. They want you to run a wire from here down to where the switch is, the push button switch that we did the big battery cables at. For some reason they want you to run one down there, I guess so. Well, I don't really understand why, because you're running one right off the battery too. Let's go inside and have a look at this here. I'm gonna end up getting myself all confused when it's so bloody simple. But once we get this switched over, it'll be all right. Okay, so we are here right now. We've got the positive coming from the alternator, and then a negative on the other side goes through onto this stud here. But then there's this wire that they want you to run off this bundle of wires here. Where did it go here? So it's coming up here and across here and down onto this front thing there. So they want you to put it down on here, which I do have one on there. Okay, that's good. So I might as well just use that one again when we get that new resistor plate on. Okay, So that's good. Already got that there. All we have to do is pretty much change this resistor plate and put new plugs in it. I got new plugs for this thing too. Okay, so that one's good. So let's mark off. That one's good. We have to hook up everything else pretty much now to the switch. So the switch now goes down off of the big power thing here. And the other side of the switch goes to this side. And then the other side here gets the coil wire. So we're not too bad. Most of it's kind of already all there. But we'll work on that tomorrow. I've had enough for today. And I'll not end the video here though. I'll keep going tomorrow for you guys, and we'll be good to go. Look at this poor thing, eh? Whew, just dust. Oh well. She's not meant to be. I don't need it. So anyways, yeah, we'll get this ripped off of here tomorrow and install the new one. And there's the new screws for it. They give you different ones for different. Hopefully it works. If not, I can probably use those old ones. So anyways, I'm going to push her back in for tonight. Alright, let's see if the Kubota will fire up here again. Ugh, my pusher. Gotta warm it. Gotta warm it. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. We're gonna make her. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Alright, she's going a little bit to the one side too much. That actually was digging in there a bit too hard. There. She was actually digging in a bit there on the machine here, poor guy. I wasn't not straight on, I guess, to him. That's the problem. Let's get a little straighter. Wrong way. Oh, that'll probably do. I'm thinking, oh, we just missed the peg of the bike there. Sweet. All right. There we go. That's where she'll sit for tonight. We'll get working on her again tomorrow. Awesome. Well, I changed my mind. Maybe I will end it here today, and then we'll continue tomorrow with a new video for you. Kind of breaks it up a little bit because it's probably got a little long today. I'm doing things 10 times over, you know. But anyways, we'll catch you all tomorrow. And we'll get the rest of this wiring done and get this guy slapped in. Sweet. Hopefully it's good. It's kind of bent though, isn't it? We'll get her slapped in and get the rest of these wires hooked up. So yeah, we already got this one. I guess that's another one that's powering the circuit from the battery. It'll get battery power. So technically you could run it to the battery, but run it to there. I wonder if that one should be a little bit heavier wire. I mean, that's 14 gauge, it's this stuff here, it's the same. But I guess really all your power in is, well, technically your power on your lights off of that from the alternator too, but this would be getting power from your battery. And I guess this technically would charge your battery too. So I'm kind of thinking that that guy there should be a little heavier. I might run one of these maybe for that then, because I think if you're charging your battery's down a bit, that's going to be drawing a lot, sending her in through that wire, you know, and then charging your battery. You're going to want her fairly beefy there. So I think I'll replace that little black wire there onto this main guy here with a better one, and this one here should be fairly heavy too, I think. So I'll maybe do oh, I don't have any black of that big stuff, but I'll do another red one maybe there too, from this side to this guy here, and then another red from there down to the battery, so you know the red's all the charging stuff. And then we got our coil wire, good, and then our ignition switch can just be smaller stuff. That goes for that side. Yeah, we got her. Anyways, we'll get onto that tomorrow. Gonna make a couple more wires up here for that feller, and then there's our Spark E plugs too. We got to slap them fellers in, and then hopefully, if everything's all good, we'll be able to fire this thing up, and hopefully it starts boom, just like that. Not just, there was something going on with this thing, because the way it was starting, I think it was because the gap was way too small on those points. And there was a bit of pitting on them too. So, but anyways, we'll get her figured out. Catch you all later. Thanks again for watching, and we'll get this thing roaring real good here soon. It's going to be awesome. And then maybe if it's good enough, we'll get a slow-moving vehicle sign on her and take her up the road for a tour or something. Give her a real good workout. I don't really have anywhere here to go other than across the highway and then up through that subdivision kind of thing. But anyways, catch you all then. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day.